Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing how to make these healthier banana bread muffins from TasteBetterFromScratch.com. This recipe was so easy, and the muffins were so delicious. So without further ado, let's get into the video. For this recipe, you're going to need some bananas mashed, an egg, a little bit of vanilla extract, a little bit of light brown sugar, a little bit of granulated sugar, some cinnamon, baking powder, and baking soda, some salt, all-purpose flour. You can use white or whole wheat. I opted for whole wheat and you couldn't taste a difference. And then lastly, you're going to need a little bit of unsalted butter that has been melted. Now the first step for this recipe is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm taking my muffin tin and I'm going to line it with some paper muffin liners. You could also grease this pan if you don't have muffin liners, but I found that muffin liners were just easier. Now in a large bowl, I am combining my mashed bananas, egg, vanilla, brown sugar, granulated sugar, and cinnamon, and I'm stirring well to combine. I think you could also use a whisk here, but I found that using a spatula was perfectly fine. Now in a smaller bowl, I am mixing together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt with a whisk and stirring just to combine. The next step is to combine the flour mixture to the wet mixture. And you don't want to overmix here. So you'll see I start going with a whisk, but this mix is also very, I wouldn't say doughy. It's really thick. So I found that a spatula actually worked way better here. And I'm mixing just to combine, making sure there's no flour left, but be really careful not to overmix because that will maybe make your recipe turn out a little bit different and not for the better. Now, if you follow the recipe exactly, this is the last step. We're taking our small amount of melted butter and mixing it in. This, I don't really know what the purpose of this was for. However, I did notice it made the batter less thick. So it was definitely a good idea to do this. Now, at the last minute, I decided that I wanted to add some dark chocolate chips. So obviously, this is going to make the recipe a little bit less healthy. So this is your choice if you want to do this or not. However, I really like chocolate chips in my muffins, so that's what I did personally, but do whatever you want. You could also mix in something else like, I don't know, maybe some nuts or any other add-ins that you wanted here. This might make the baking time vary a little bit, but it didn't for me, so just keep that in mind. Here I am about to scoop all my batter into my muffin pan. Overall, I actually got 13 muffins out of this, but what I did notice is that you could fill them pretty high up. They did rise, but not to an extreme amount. So if you're not using a cookie scoop, or even if you are, you can just, instead of making a 13 muffin, just evenly distribute among the leftover muffins. Also, I am going in here with a cookie scoop, but if you don't have one, that is completely fine. You can just take 2 spoons and put about, I would say, 2 tablespoons worth, or just to fill them all up. Because again, they will rise, but they're not rising to an extreme amount where if you put too much batter in, it's going to ruin the recipe. Now my oven is all preheated and I am popping my muffins in at 350 degrees. I already said that, but I'm just repeating it here in case you forgot. And I'm going to bake for about 18 to 25 minutes. Alrighty guys, before we continue with this video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and share this video with a friend. I have a goal of 100 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Alright, let me show you the end result of these beautiful muffins. It has been exactly 18 minutes, and this was the time that my muffins used. And as you can see, they rose, but not a lot. And I'm taking them out of the oven, and I'm letting them cool in the pan for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to put them on a wire rack. And these muffins were so delicious, so good. They were not my favorite banana bread muffin, but if you're looking for a healthier option, this is definitely one to try out, and maybe you'll really like it. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it for today's video. As I said a little bit ago, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. This muffin recipe is part of a 2-part series I'm doing, so on Foodie Friday this week, I'm also going to be making a muffin recipe, so stay tuned for that. Also follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie, and that's all for today. Bye guys!